Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we've got Tesla inventory spiking like crazy, basically going parabolic. We've got inventory levels, wild inventory levels for every single model that Tesla has, except of course, just one, which may lead us to think that potentially they're hiding some different inventory on the Tesla website. And of course, we most likely know that they are. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And if you've got a question you want to ask me directly, I actually do not respond to DMs for the most part, but if you want to send it, you can send it at my Patreon group down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered and sponsored by Aura, where you can protect your online identity and much more, but more on that later. And so inventory levels literally just went parabolic. We've got new inventory accounts across the board. It seems like the Tesla inventory levels are back online. We can track it, and every single model except just one, we can see a massive increase. We can see like Model 3 potentially 400%, Cybertruck of course 100%, Model S 217%, and Model X 130%, 38% increase. We can see from this chart right here, we're up to levels the highest for the past 3 months, give or take. And of course, there's only one Tesla model that's not being tracked right now because Tesla is kind of hiding their different inventory levels, and that's going to be the Model Y. Right now, we can see we've got a little bit of increases for the Model Y, 258 units. And what we're seeing right now on the Tesla website is like there's a couple of different inventory discounts that pop up, but it seems like they're disappearing very quickly. Let's take a look at Model 3 now. You can see crazy incentives or crazy levels that have increased for the Tesla Model 3. And now this gives us more insight why they went ahead and went with 0% interest financing. They know that when inventory goes up, or we know that when inventory goes up like this, deals start to happen. And that's why Model 3, it makes a ton of sense that we've got 0% interest financing right now for 60 months and everything. And I imagine that offer, I get this question a lot, like how long is that offer going to be lasting? I think it's going to be lasting all the way till the end of June, and maybe we see what happens after that. Model S, we've got a nice increase as well. This blue line, we've got the same for Model X, but really the offer hasn't changed for Model S and Model X. We can still find inventory discounts. $9,500 off is the maximum. In fact, we just did a refresh of our best deal spreadsheet. If you want to see all the different best deals that are out there for especially Model 3, because that's really the most exciting, we can see like Model 3 Performance, $5,600 is the max. All-wheel drive up to $2,700. Rear-wheel drive up to $1,400, like this one right here. Model 3 Performance, $5,600 off. We've got a all-wheel drive at $2,700 off, and then rear-wheel drive like $1,000. And the beauty with these is that this is before the Tesla referral code, where you can get 3 months of full self-driving added onto your Tesla vehicle as well, and that's with any of the Tesla vehicles out there on top of it. We've got Model X right here, $9,500, and it's essentially the same for like the Model S as well. So not really too much craziness here. But the biggest thing with all of this, let's just show you all the different inventory levels for all the different vehicles. And you can see we are getting massive increases across the board for all the different Tesla models. But then take a look at this. When we uncheck Cybertruck to show you that the inventory is there, we also see that Cybertruck is getting massive increases as well. It's this maroon line right here. And I've been taking a look at Cybertruck inventory, and it's getting a little wonky. It seems like they took away like some of the lease options for like the Cybertruck 2024 model. So I'm not sure what the heck is going on here, because leasing, especially like a 2024 Cybertruck all-wheel drive, that was the loophole. You could get like the 8,000 plus the 7,500 through a lease, and they've since removed that. And so I imagine Cybertruck is going to get into a tough situation. and it's going to require a lot more to try and figure out how they're going to sell. I mean, really, it's all the different higher price vehicles, Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck. All those different models are going to need something special. And I imagine, I mean, we could already predict there's going to be like a 1.99, 2.99, 3.99, or even like a 0% interest offer on maybe one or all three of those different models, at least is my prediction out there with that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Think about which different incentive you want. I mean, of course, right now it's essentially the best we've seen all year. Model 3, 0%, and of course, Model Y at 1.99% financing. But as we've discussed every single day these past few days since those financing offers have come out, definitely take a look at the fine print for those different offers, because you're going to need to put down 15% of the vehicle. Quick math on that is anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 of the MSRP or price, whatever it is. But now we're starting to see a lot of different posts like this about people talking about the demand of Tesla vehicles. James posted this: there has not been a point in Tesla's history where vehicle demand has been this low relative to vehicles production capacity. Tesla is attempting to solve this by releasing less expensive vehicles that will address both low demand and excess supply capacity simultaneously. The degree to which they are successful will depend on the extent of the duration of the new vehicles, their respective price points, and whether or not Tesla can improve its brand image in the coming months. And so certainly I kind of think that is to be the case. Like some of these cheaper Model 3 rear-wheel drives, there's like a little bit of a waiting list, but as you go up to like the Ultra Reds, the Performance, that's when the discount gets heavier, especially as you go to like Model S, X, and Cybertruck. That's where we're seeing the $9,000 to $10,000 off. And so I think it's going to be a combination of all of this, plus like the 0% interest financing or at least low payments is going to see what it's going to take to get these sales of the Tesla vehicles. Troy Tesla posted this: in US, Tesla sales fell by 5.7% in 2024, while the overall passenger vehicle grew by 2.8%, and other battery electric vehicles increased by 27%. But that's really because of massive incentives across the board with other electric vehicles. But this is an interesting stat to me. Tesla sales fell by 5.7%, even with all those different incentives for the past year, while overall passenger vehicles grew by 2.8%. And so I think this is just the beginning of what's going to happen with all these different incentives that are happening throughout the year. And so my advice is still essentially the same. If you can wait and you really want a Tesla, you might as well wait to the end of this quarter, the end of next quarter, and especially quarter four, which is always going to be the best deal by the end of the year. And another interesting post from Tesla Roddy. It seems like the new Tesla Model Y, knock on wood, this one got into a pretty bad accident, but it seems like it was able to be held up pretty well. It looks like a bus, bus crashed right into the back of it, and it seems like it was able to take that impact, and I guess the safety of it was really nice to see as well. So hopefully this doesn't happen to any of you, knock on wood, but if it does, Teslas are one of the more safer vehicles that are out there. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. If you're planning on financing your Tesla, then there's one thing you need to do before you even apply: protect your credit. Seriously, because here's the wildest part. Bank of America just had a data breach recently, and they didn't even tell customers for a month. That means your social, your phone number, and your email could have already been out there, and you'd have no clue. Most companies wait on average of 277 days to report a breach. That's 9 months where your identity is exposed and you're the last to know. That's why I use Aura, today's sponsor. Aura constantly scans the dark web and lets me know if anything tied to me shows up: my social, bank info, or any of my personal information. And that's not just for breaches. There's so many different tools I use with Aura. Want to reduce those pesky spam calls? Aura's got it. Want to remove your data like your addresses, phone numbers from those sketchy broker sites? Aura has that too. They will also include $5 million in identity theft insurance, and everything's packed into one clean app. You can try it free for 14 days at aura.com/DennisCW. I'll put that in the description as well. Don't wait until someone else tells you your data is at risk. That's like turning on Sentry mode after your car got keyed. Protect your credit before you apply. I'm doing it, and you should too. Thanks to everyone. Brent, thanks for coming in. Secret Music, thanks for coming in. Omac, thanks for coming in. June, JDM, great to see you. Donnie, Prez Prince, Sean, great to see you. U-Haul, Nah, thanks for coming in. And Falcor 451, good to see you. Alex Young, good to see you. Chris, Matt, Integrated Craig, thanks for coming in. Chris and Michelle, thanks for coming in. And let's see, Ron, thanks for coming in. Patrick, great to see you. And thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Yeah, we're taking a look at inventory. Inventory levels are spiking like crazy for Tesla vehicles. And so now this gives us more insight on why there's 0% on the Model 3, 1.99% on the Tesla Model Y. And really, that's it, actually. I mean, of course, there's that $799 lease payment on the Cybertruck, but it's really not that crazy for sure. See, Cray was going to buy my first Tesla last Saturday, but decided to wait for the performance. Nice. Yeah, Model Y performance is pretty interesting because we're all waiting for this, but someone actually gave me a tip. Actually, Frunk to Trunk, he posted on X saying that potentially the Model Y performance is 6 months out. And it got me thinking, okay, if it's 6 months out, we're in May, that would be in like a November launch. I don't know if I like that. And that's a very long time from now. But hey, maybe if you're someone waiting for that, I mean, the good news with this is that, like, let's say we are waiting for the Model Y performance, we are, and by the time it comes out, if it comes out in quarter 3 or quarter 4, like October, November, the one thing is for sure, if there isn't a good deal, then definitely Model Y deals are going to be really good for everybody else. Omac, have you ever used Car Edge or Delivered? I've heard of both of those, and I've personally never used it because I actually have a ton of different other resources. Like if I want to get a deal on an off-brand vehicle that's not Tesla, there's plenty of resources out there that can get you a good deal without paying someone. I think isn't like delivered like $1,000 or something like that. I think I'll be okay on my own. June made it to the live. Let's go. Is June like fun with Jason? Hey, thanks for coming, June. Great to see you as well. Donnie, do you know what that means? We're paying you. Do you know that means we're paying you? What do you mean by that? Prez, I sent high inventory bad for Tesla. It's not. Yes, actually, it is bad for Tesla because that shows the demand, but good for us because higher the inventory goes, the better the incentives that they will definitely be. U-Haul, happy Cinco de Mayo. Yes, happy Cinco de Mayo to you guys. What are you eating? Waiting for my Model 3? Nah, nice. Congrats. Enjoy it. And when is your delivery date? Falcor, do you see Tesla potentially offering 0% on the Model Y and free supercharging end of year? Doesn't seem like the Model Y is going to have high demand this year. Good point. We're going to talk about that later on in this live stream. But essentially, yes, I think there's going to be a combination of 0%, like a 99% chance there's going to be 0% financing by the end of the year. And yes, I think there's going to be a combination of free full self-driving, free supercharging. Now, is it going to be something small like 3 months? Because they've done that in the past, or is it going to be like 1 year to 3 years? I don't think they're going to put like an unlimited supercharging that like they're putting on the Model S or Model X or even Cybertruck for lifetime. I think they're going to reserve that for the higher price vehicles. I don't foresee that happening for the Model Y, but I mean, I've definitely been wrong plenty of times before in the past with incentives. So certainly it could be coming. Alex, if the Model Y performance is coming soon, I will wait for it. Otherwise, I'll probably be getting the 3 in the next 10 days or so. Yeah, Model 3 performance, fantastic deal at the moment. Model Y performance, I mean, you have to think of it this way, Alex. Like, let's say, best case scenario, Model Y performance gets released next month or even the month after that. There's not going to be a deal on it for at least another 2 months after that. If you look at the Model Y timeline, it was released in January, first deliveries was March, and now we're finally seeing some sort of promotion, which it's May, 2 months after that. And so let's say Model Y performance, best case scenario, gets released this month or like in 2 months from now, we're not going to see a deal on it for 2 months after that. So you're probably at least realistically 4 to 6 months out from either a release or even a release plus a deal on it. So just give you some frame of reference on that. Chris, I'm going to get another Model Y. Yes, 100%. For sure. And if anybody's out there about to buy a Tesla and you want full self-driving via like full self-driving transfer, but you don't know how to get it, and you want to save half the price on full self-driving, definitely send me a DM. I actually have a way and a method out there. Or if there's anybody out there that supercharges a lot, definitely send me a DM as well. I've got a method for you as well. Matt, I'm waiting for them to have a deal on the Model X. We dropped our Model Y off for a second battery pack replacement. Whoa, good to see that the warranty is working out for you on that one. Yeah, and I'd love to hear about that as well, like how much battery loss and what's been the process so far. What does Parabolic mean? I have no idea, Integrate Racing. Matt, I would love to buy another another Model Y. Yeah, if you're too flipped on it, then maybe wait it out a little bit. I was talking to someone earlier today, and they're about 5K negative on their old legacy Model Y that they just bought, which actually doesn't sound that bad if you just bought the new or the older legacy Model Y. I was thinking they'd be like 10K to 20K, but I guess with all the crazy deals that we had on the legacy side, like there's people getting $8,000 to $10,000 off. And if you're in a state that doesn't charge too much sales tax, you might be okay with the getting into another one. So really cool to see with that. In this next topic, breaking. We've got some new news about the new Model Y that the acceleration boost, I mean, this is not new news, but the acceleration boost is available in the back end of the new Model Y long range all wheel drive. That's the same package that you can get with the launch series. And this has actually been out for a little bit. We actually found this, actually, shout out to June for spotting this and sending us a screenshot that you could have got this $2,000 acceleration boost a long time ago, or I guess not a long time ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago, because that's when it actually showed up when people were taking delivery of the long range all wheel drive. But there could be a reason why there are more people excited about this. We'll talk about this. But if you don't know what this actually is, if you buy a 2026 long range all wheel drive and you've got $2,000 you want to go ahead and burn, that you can now make it a little bit faster, 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds versus 4.6, and plus 100% horsepower. The cool thing is that you click a few buttons on the app and it downloads right to your phone with the new update and everything. So really cool in that aspect if you're looking to do that with your Tesla vehicle. But the question now is this: A, what about the Model 3? The Model 3 long range has been out for way longer and there is no acceleration boost. And the second question is this a sign, now that we've got more visibility of it, is this a sign that maybe the Model Y Performance will get released as well soon? I mean, fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that the Model Y Performance gets released in some sort of fashion, because it's going to be a halo car, or not a halo car, but a halo trim, I guess, because once the Model Y Performance is out, everybody that's waiting for a Model Y Performance will either make the decision on buying it or not, and B, if the faster, cooler car will bring more excitement to the Model Y line and hopefully bring some trickle down effect when people will just buy the other versions because they don't want to spend as much money for the performance version. But if there's anybody out there that currently has the new Model Y or is ever interested in the acceleration boost and you want to get it for like 50% off, definitely send me a DM. I've got a method for you that might be able to help you out with it as well. But very cool to see that the Model Y Performance or the Model Y long range non-launch can get the $2,000 acceleration boost if you're looking to spend that extra money on the vehicle. Now that you've bought your Tesla or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone. Matt, I wouldn't buy another Model Y. Oh, why not? The new one's pretty good compared to the old one for sure. I'm at 78K on our Model Y, and it's going to be up soon, but after I get another pack put in. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'd love to hear that whole situation and what's going on with that. But the good thing is that there's warranty on electric vehicle batteries, especially with Tesla. It's newer technology, and I guess trying to justify it, but I mean, yeah, I feel for you for sure, especially when you have to deal with all that time going to the service center and everything. The cool thing is that there's pretty good lemon laws depending on where you're at, and you might be able to get your Tesla bought back from Tesla. Just all you have to do is go to your Tesla service center and say, hey, can we submit a buyback, a manufacturer's buyback with the Tesla department? And they can go ahead and submit that application for you. Very easy. That's what we're looking into now since this will be the second battery. It was 41K and now 78K miles. And I mean, the cool thing is that's the one of the bigger reasons why it could be worth it to buy new, especially with this newer technology. If you go through a manufacturer buyer buying back, then you could be getting a lot of your money back. Patrick, I finally bought my Cybertruck. Thanks for your guidance. I was able to get $16,000 off of the purchase price. Found a 2024 $8,550 off plus the $7,500 leasing credit in the Bay Area. Patrick, congrats. Enjoy it in good health. Crazy deal for sure. I mean, I was definitely, once I saw a couple of those, I was like, ooh, actually, maybe I should keep looking at these. And then they all disappeared. And now on top of that, you can't even lease some of the 2024s that have mileage on it with the $8,000 discount. So something is happening with Cybertruck. So you, I think, literally got the local best deal, like the local average high best deal in these past 3 months. So congrats to you on that one. And of course, now's the best parts accessories. Definitely check out our accessory discount codes down below in the description as well. Ron, that's because the front end of the 2024-2025 Model 3 looks like complete S and there's no fog lights. Interesting, interesting. Best deal at Black Friday then? Yes, best deal year over year. We've been doing this 2 to 3 years at this point, I think. The best deal every single year is always that Q4 time frame from November or even maybe October, maybe this year, October to December, unless inventory sells out like crazy. Like if they go down to crazy minimal levels with all these different Tesla models, then yes, that could be a different story. But I don't think we're going to be heading in that direction. Uber waited an entire year before admitting it being hacked. Ooh, interesting. U-Haul, interesting. They nuked the front end of the Model 3 2023 front number. It looks 10x better. They overdid themselves. Don't fix what ain't broken. No stocks, no purchase. Yeah. I like the new front end of the Model 3, but no. Love your channel. Birthday shout out to my Hawaiian friend Jack. Oh, nice. Happy birthday, Jack. That guy solid for sure. Best website for buy used Teslas. Actually, Moses, I think I really like Facebook Marketplace. I love interacting with real owners and, talking to them back and forth. And because that's really where you're going to the best deal. Hard just bought a CT used lot with 25 miles is selling off of used car lots. I don't think so. How much did you pay, Har, on your Cybertruck? Dakai Solid, do you think Tesla will sell their used 2024 Cybertrucks to businesses before dropping the price even lower to avoid it looking desperate to the public eye? I don't know, actually. I think we're going to go lower and lower for sure with Cybertruck because, just take a look at this parabolic inventory level for Cybertrucks. We've got massive increase for Cybertrucks as well. And so I think the discounts, the deals, you know what? I really think there's going to be like 0% financing for Cybertruck coming soon, very, very soon, or even in lower and lower discount as well. BD, thanks for coming in. And yes, good reminder, BD. Thank you. Definitely check out our super secret Discord down below in the description where we chat about deals. They're very early, the community there on all the different things. Like they spotted Model Y Juniper discounts before I even did, or actually I never did. They spotted it first. And so definitely check it out. Link down below in the description. OMAC, any thoughts on Amber insurance for electric vehicles? Yes, Amber Warranty, fantastic company. I mean, certainly we're partnered with them because I really like their pitch. Instead of, doing like this massive warranty where you can pay a lump sum upfront, like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, that's not worth it in my opinion. You can pay month to month with Amber on your electric vehicle warranty. And right now they're doing remote diagnostics for any Tesla vehicle. So you can go ahead to their website down below in the description, or I guess I'll paste it right here for you guys as well, and hook up your Tesla and they'll do a free remote diagnostic to see if anything is going wrong with your Tesla vehicle. So you can definitely check it out. Link down below in the description or in the live stream chat. Next they'll release AC boost or acceleration boost 10 degrees colder for 1K. Oh, interesting. Like just to try and get as much revenue as possible. That would be an interesting move for them. In this next topic, tariff concerns are rising fast, and already it's definitely qualming some people from looking to get out of their vehicle into a new one. But here is what the data says. Cardiosher Guy posted this. 41% of consumers say they are less likely to trade in after tariff news. Kind of makes sense, I guess, but then maybe they're not realizing that their vehicle could be going up in value from from the different things that are happening. And the reason is simple. Most of the consumers aren't confident they can afford a replacement. Makes sense because it seems like there's a lot of different sales right now and a lot of different lack of inventory on the new side that are on other brands, not just Tesla. As a result, many dealers are getting more aggressive with sourcing off the street and in the service drive. But the one thing is for sure, if you're looking to get the highest value for your trade, I really like websites like this one, Car Buyer USA. Not sponsored at all, but what's really cool is you can literally go to their website, Car Buyer USA, put in any vehicle that you potentially might have, or even a vehicle like a used vehicle that you might be interested in buying, putting the different stats in here, like a 2023 Tesla Model 3 four-door sedan with 10,000 miles. Hit the enter button. You don't have to fill anything out after that, and it will give you a value of what wholesale value could be. So this is actually a really good tool if you're looking to buy, because then you can see what the wholesale value is and then try and like add a couple $1,000s on top of it to your offer to the seller. Or if you're looking to sell your vehicle and you want a good number before you head out to the CarMaxes, Carvanas, local dealerships, and whichever that may be to sell your vehicle. But one thing is for sure, it does appear that there is a lot of different value increases for other brands that are not a Tesla. So if you're looking to get out of your vehicle and it's not an electric vehicle, this might be one of the better times to exit your vehicle and then maybe get into a Tesla, because there's so many different incentives on that side as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this. And that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners. And I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there. 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones. And by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone. And I forgot, we've got a new episode coming out on the podcast tomorrow. So definitely hit the podcast channel on YouTube or Spotify if you want to take a listen. The last episode, we talked about steps like 1 through 10 on how to get the best deal on a used Tesla, like insider tips and everything, and also how to get like free Carfaxes on those new used vehicles for sale as well. So definitely check it out. Hit that like button and also subscribe if you're interested. But if you're just joining in, welcome. We've got inventory counts going crazy for all Tesla models except the Model Y, because Tesla might be hiding how many Model Ys they have. Crumbie, thanks for coming in. Nath, how many hours will the credit decision take at least? Pretty good question, actually, because when you place a deposit, like if you go to Tesla's Model Y, Model 3 website, really you don't have to choose which version or what type of way you're going to be buying it, but it's good to actually have it up front. But the one thing is for sure, don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, so you can get 3 months of full self-driving on your Tesla vehicle. But let's say you're interested in this Model 3 right here, and you've already placed your deposit on the Tesla vehicle to lock it down. And most likely what's going to happen, because this is a inventory vehicle that's on a lot somewhere, they're going to want you to take delivery within a week or so. And so because that's the case, credit decisions are going to be very, very fast with Tesla, because they know that your delivery is going to be coming up in the next few days or in the next week. So they're going to get a decision very quickly for you. I've even seen where someone in San Diego placed an order by like 9-10 a.m. They were approved by 12 and they picked up the vehicle that afternoon. And of course, that was like the end of the month type of time frame where Tesla was really trying to push out a delivery. The flip side is, though, let's say you order a Model Y from Tesla, and maybe it's like a 1 to 3 week out type of time frame. If you place your application in, they might not actually get it or they might not actually approve it unless it's like a really good credit score application type of thing and it's an instant approval. If it's, shaky in the middle, it might actually take them a week or two to actually process, especially if your delivery point is 1 to 3 weeks out. It's really not like a high priority to them until it starts to be a 1 week out type of time frame. So really, if you place your order, I've given a lot of tips before in the past, like let's say you place your order on a Model Y and it says 1 to 3 weeks out, After you place your deposit of $250, you don't actually need to do the credit application part unless you're worried that you might not actually get approved and you need to figure out if you need more down payment or something like that. And so a little bit of a really, it's until you get a VIN for your Tesla vehicle, that's when you really have to start the process of figuring out if you're going to get approved for your Tesla vehicle. But let us know what your thoughts on it. I mean, certainly a great question. And hopefully that answered a lot of your guys' questions on what the process is for credit. Wait, Cybertruck inventory went from 5 to 10K. Oh my goodness. Promotion intimate? I think so, yeah, because what's interesting is that the $799 month lease for the Tesla Cybertruck has been out for a bit now, and inventory is still going parabolic. So I foresee massive discounts or massive incentives, a combination of everything for Cybertruck for sure. Donnie, buy mine? Yeah, for sure. Glass, thanks for coming in. The noise is still there, and actually, I think it's the trunk liner. I washed my car today and noticed it's loose. Check yours, might be the same. I'm gonna try and tighten it and see. Oh, nice, thanks. I'm gonna check that. We got our Model Y back today from Unplugged Performance. Got some new rims on it, and so can't wait to show you guys on that as well. And so definitely take a look at it if you're interested in performance rims for your Tesla. The Unplugged Performance link down below in the description. Conferences. Just bought my Model Y Black Diamond. I'm jelly. White interior, first EV. Nice. 1 to 3 weeks delivery unless I pick it up from Santa Barbara. I'm in Sacramento area. Yeah, that's a little bit far. I don't know if I would do that as my first EV road trip unless like you've got it all mapped out. I mean, it's not bad. It's just you got to have that expectation that if the map says it's going to take 6 hours, then you got to build in supercharging, which on the new Model Y, it's quick, like 15-minute stops, 20-minute stops for whatever it is. Just don't charge all the way to 100% at the end of the day. U-Haul bought my Model 3 long range from Craigslist. I like that. Private sales. Brittany, I want to see the 7-seater Model Y. Yeah, me too, for sure. Mel, do you know if the heat pump 2 is being put in the new Model Y? No idea, actually. Roland, hey, got the Model 3 24 last week. Use referral code. Thank you, and have a great night. No, thank you, Roland. Congrats. I know you've been watching for a bit, and congrats on your new purchase of your Tesla vehicle. Shabada, 0% APR on Model Y for at least 60 months. I buy my first Tesla right away. Sabada, I think that's coming a 99%. Mel, have they started using? Oh, I have no idea. Crumbly, new to the channel. Where do I see the podcast for tricks on buying used podcasts? Put it in the live stream chat, but it's on Spotify and YouTube on our channel as well. Patrick, I have a feeling 0% is coming for the Cybertruck. Now I'm wondering that is a better deal than the lease loophole that I did. I don't think so because you're basically getting $8,000 off plus the $7,500. If Cybertruck 0% comes out, they're going to strip away all those $8,000 off ones. I mean, they're already kind of gone. I was looking for some and I could not find a Cybertruck all-wheel drive 2024 that I could lease for that same one. And so there's no way of stacking both of them. So I think you're pretty much good. Now, unless there's a 2025 Tesla Cybertruck that also has an 8,000, also gets that 7,500, but that could be months from now. And so I think you're good on your deal. Base, Tesla needs to make some jet skis and e-bikes. Oh, interesting move there. Dennis, what is your favorite color on the Model Y? Patel, great question. I actually really like the blue color. I had that on my first Model Y 2021 Performance, and if you ceramic coat it, it really shines. But now I've always wanted a black Model Y or black Tesla, and still, if you had not gotten a black Tesla after our 6 or 7 that we've had at this point. And yeah, diamond black, I saw it in person. Fantastic color. Dat guy, do you have a Cybertruck? If so, do you have a Cybertruck? If so, trade for a 2023 hardware Ultra Red X with full self-driving. Are you asking me to trade you? I also have a Model X, and so I don't think it'd be worth it. But yes, we have a Cybertruck at the moment, 17,000 miles on it, Foundation Series, fantastic vehicle. Really like it, but there's something in store for that one coming soon. There's so many Cybertrucks in my area. They've got to do super discounts to sell. 0%, 20K off. Subida, I mean, I would love to see that for sure. And maybe that's what's coming for the Tesla Cybertruck. In this next topic, Model Y demand might be slipping. Here are all the different signs that it could be cooling off with all the different inventory incentives and everything. And if you're looking to buy, yes, 1.99% is fantastic at the moment. And if you use a referral code, 3 months of full self-driving is also fantastic. But there's a lot of different incentives. Like if we zoom out and take a look at it, I mean, shout out to Fred for posting this. Tesla discounts new Model Y in the US, pointing to demand issues. And so when I saw this headline, I was thinking, oh, he also found that same $540 discount. But actually, if we pull back a little bit, he talks more about how the 1.99% is here, or you can do zero down at 2.99, only 2 months from the release of the new Model Y, as we've been talking about. But on top of that, he talks about the $2,000 direct discount, the loyalty discount, which I really feel like they're going to start to offer that to more and more people out there that have older Model Ys. Right now, it seems to be like 2021 to 2022. But the interesting thing is you cannot stack both of them, but I imagine that's going to change very, very soon. James Cap posted this. There's been limited incremental organic demand generated from the refresh Model Y. It's quite baffling because it's a much better profit and product. In fact, demand for Tesla vehicles continue to fall, generally speaking, globally. Maybe the old Model Y would have required 0.9 or 0% financing to achieve the same volume result. And so that's why I really feel like this could be the beginning. And if you do not need a vehicle right now, especially as we're seeing inventory levels increase like crazy across all the different models except for the Model Y because it's not being posted, I imagine we're going to see bigger and better discounts as we get to quarter 3 and definitely by quarter 4. And so if you don't know what that means, right now we're in quarter 2. Quarter 2 ends next month in June. Then we hit to quarter 3, which that's like August to September. And then quarter 4, our favorite time, November to December, might get a big time, big swing with all the different incentives out there. So if you don't need a vehicle, might be worth it. Just keep waiting to see what happens as we get to the end of the year. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this. And that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners. And I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there. 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones. And by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone. I guess we'll hang out for a little bit. Glass, what do you think about Canadians and the tariffs? I got lucky and got mine for a cheaper price. Now it's the same price as launch. Think this will hurt sales? Makes mine worth more. Yeah, 100% it's going to hurt sales because I saw the price increases like 15, 20K. Doesn't make any sense. So you got a good deal for sure. And the value of your vehicle went up temporarily until they figure it out. Dat, yeah, trade with you. Did you say 70K miles on the CT? No, 17,000 miles. And no, it doesn't make sense to trade it. But the one thing is like Cybertruck prices are crashing. So maybe if you sell your Model X, you can get a Cybertruck they're going to be hitting like the high 50s very, very soon. Definitely by the end of the year, we're going to see used Cybertrucks for 50K. Mark my words on that. U-Haul Stanley mug. Yes, it's a Stanley mug that it's actually one of my favorites right now. It holds a lot of water. Kay, looking to get the EV world. I have 5 kids. Model X 7-seater, Model Y 7-seater. What's the better value? Model Y 7-seater is trash in my opinion. Not worth it at all. It is very small. Even like the Model X 7-seater, it's a little bit tight as well. If you've got 5 kids, honestly, I would say maybe look at a bigger vehicle. We talk about Teslas. We love our Teslas, but maybe I would look at the Rivian because it seems to be a little bit bigger. I mean, the Model X looks big, but it's not that much bigger. And 5 kids, I mean, you probably are going to want captain's chairs with that one. I guess it depends. Like, are you going to be using your Model X for like hauling stuff from like Home Depot? If not, then check out the 6-seater Model X. Other than that, it's a pretty small vehicle and it's going to be tight with 5 kids. So you are going to be, if you're going to be going on any sort of road trips, that car is going to be basically filled. And I don't know, it doesn't sound like a good vehicle in my opinion. Maybe look at like the Escalade IQ. That's a massive vehicle from what it looks like. I was watching reviews on it. It's got me pretty interested. Or even the Lucid Gravity is looking pretty interesting these days right now. I haven't yet to drive one. I was around one like 2 to 3 years ago or something like that. And I didn't care about it back then. But now seeing it in person, I don't care about vehicles until they're actually in front of me, like really here because it's all concepts before that. Like, ooh, we're gonna make this car, like it's gonna be great. But it's until it's actually in front of me, like the Lucid Gravity is. Now it's got me a little bit excited. Patrick, thanks for the kind words. Glass also got a new update today. Oh, also I got a new update. Nice, you got the spring update. Congrats on that one. M1, I need a Cybertruck. Do you need a Cybertruck though, or do you want a Cybertruck? Juan, what are the chances they do 20K off Cybertruck with 0% APR? I give that like a 70% chance that happens by the end of the year. BG, any incentive predictions for the coming weeks? I think Tesla, they knew inventory was going to go up crazy like this, so they pre-did all their incentives. I don't think anything is going to happen until maybe June. If they're not on track for their end of quarter deliveries for the US, they'll do something like another Hail Mary or another strategy change in June. But it really depends. Like Model 3, you really can't get lower than 0%. Now, yes, could there be more inventory discounts? Yeah, I think they'll layer that on. They usually layer that on around the second week of the month. And so, yeah, I bet we'll see some demo inventory discounts by the second week of May, and then maybe bigger discounts for the Model 3 in June, because maybe there's different things happening with the Model 3, like maybe a mid-cycle refresh. I don't really know. Glass, also my full self-driving ends in a few days for the highway. Can I get away with autopilot? I would say yes, Glass Films, you can get away with autopilot. It's for the most part like great enough, good enough, unless there's like certain phantom braking that could happen where it might annoy you and they might push you to just get the $100 subscription for full self-driving or pay for it. But I would try it because it would, definitely don't pay for the 8,000 unless you've got some way to save on it. But $100 is good enough, especially if you're not keeping the vehicle for that long. Would Tesla ever drop the price of full self-driving? Real great question. I don't think so. It's already been dropped a lot. And as you know, I was not a believer. Now I am. And I think that's slowly starting to happen with a lot of different owners out there. And there's that intrinsic value, is that like the right word, that I think people will start to realize that, especially if like robotaxi comes out, $8,000 is a bargain for the time and energy and effort it potentially could save you. Because like think about it, if you drive like 1 hour, 2 hours, and you can be completely disconnected and do whatever you want, that's immediate ROI. Right now we're like at like 60 to 70% disconnected if you want to be disconnected when you're driving on full self-driving. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for the like button and comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.